Are You Safe was founded by 4 Bay Area attorneys to educate and empower victims of domestic violence. Well, 10 years later, they are being highlighted for their endless work at Tampa Bay's Dancing with the Stars. Executive Director of Are You Safe, Tiffany Bolt, is here to share more on how they help so many victims. Welcome to the show, Tiffany. How are you?
Great, and thank you so much for having me here today.
I'm very excited to chat with you. I got to meet you a few weeks ago. And by the way, she is rocking her purple. Of course, that is to help raise awareness for domestic violence. Our campaign here at the station kicks off in the middle of the month on the 16th. But we always need to talk about domestic violence, and your organization for 10 years now has been able to help victims. Explain how you're able to do so.
What we do is we provide free legal representation through the injunction process. So therefore, victims of domestic violence, they're not going into the courtroom by themselves, which could be a very scary situation. And all of our attorneys are actually pro bono attorneys from within our community.
One of the things that I'm kind of putting together as you're describing, there are other organizations, and of course Hands Across the Bay has a focus too on domestic violence, but likes to highlight these other charities like yourself. I know the ways that they are able to help. You helping on the legal front, that's got to be a concern, and I'm sure you've helped people who have been affected by domestic violence, and that's got to be a worry, what legal ramifications there may be and what cost there may be. Do you hear that on the regular?
Yes, I do. And actually, just so you know, an average case for a domestic violence victim just through the injunction process could be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500. So our services do help those that are most vulnerable in the community.
And you say that, of course, you've worked hand in hand with Hands Across the Bay. And you were sharing, though, examples, of course, donations that you do take. They go and help kind of along the same lines, but getting into a time constraint. Explain that a little bit.
Yes, what it is whenever we do raise the dollars for this organization, one of our programs is for a contract attorney.
Okay.
So what that enables us to do is if we get a case within 48 hours of a hearing, I have an attorney that I keep on contract, and for a small stipend, he will actually stop everything and go represent that victim.
How do people find out about your organization? Say they are in a situation of domestic violence, they've gotten out of the situation or are looking at legal problems, or just kind of want counseling to see what may be in the future for them. How do you tell people to get in touch with you?
Actually, our pamphlets are up at the courthouse, so whenever you go to file for an injunction, they are right there by the window. Other than that, we also have a website, which is r-u-safe.org. And then you can also call me at 813-997-7432.
I feel like that contact information is so key to get out there as much as we can, because that's where it's at. Do you hear from people on all levels? Like, have you been able to hear feedback from someone that you have been able to help? Because again, you said 10 years the organization has been around.
Yes, actually, there was a young lady, I'll just give you her first name, Jennifer, and we were able to assist her about 2.5 years ago. We still stay in touch every week. And on top of that, she is now, when she's been through our counseling program, she actually was able to find employment and get back on her feet again. And it's just an amazing process to watch somebody go through.
So explain the counseling program too, because of course we touched on the legal side, which is a big component of Are You Safe. What are some of the other services that you do offer?
What we do is if a victim and their families would like counseling, we do have counselors that will assist with talking with our victims and their families at no charge. And then also another component is we educate. So we go out in the community and we talk about domestic violence, teen dating violence, and even elderly abuse with the financial portion.
And real quick too, in closing, you wanted to bring up men. 1 in 7 males are affected by domestic violence, and also you take on the LGBTQ, which not a lot of organizations do. So thank you for doing that as well. You help everybody in the community. Again, we want to share that information with you so you can get in touch with Are You Safe today. Don't forget you can get those pamphlets. And I want to leave you with this. 10 years later, 700 restraining orders and 300 educational seminars. This is an organization to be proud of. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So nice meeting you.